Hi, Days fans. It's July, God knows what date it is, and we just got to finish watching like 60,000 episodes of Days of Our Lives.
Note to self, people, or a note to you, do not take children that are very, very small to a trip across the country like Yellowstone. We live in Florida. We flew to Colorado, then we drove to Wyoming, then we drove to the opposite corner of Wyoming for Yellowstone. It took us a week to recover.
We were so far in the boonies, we barely had internet connection most of the time. We were off the grid.
We never knew what state we were in.
God, EJ and Sammy could have had another kid while I were gone. They could have been on their third rate by now. Oh, did I say that? Oh, sorry.
The best ever was when we came back. Oh! I wish I could remember who said this. I will find out and I'll post it, or you tell us who it was. But one of you told me that while we were gone, Days had reset by killing off the entire cast of Days and hiring on the entire cast of One Life to Live or something.
Maybe we should make us some story how we were abducted by aliens and we came back and something.
Well, poor Katie was worried because sadly there was a bear-related death shortly before we went to Yellowstone, and she was worried that we were involved, but no such luck.
So, speaking of suicide watches, EJ, my God, have you ever seen him as low as this before?
No, forget
Probably.
this is like total mommy brain, but I can't remember if I predicted that EJ was going to have a brain tumor, or if one of you predicted that and I read your comments. Okay, so that's sad and embarrassing, but did I ever say that before?
Yeah, but I don't think all this friggin'
that's totally
stuff, that's not going to get him out of anything bad he's done. It's going to help him recall that Brady beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, but if they make the brain tumor go back far enough, like, okay, so they can go back to when Sammy shot him, but has EJ been hit prior to that? Like, was the nighttime hope thing before he got hit by Sammy? I mean, how many times can this man sustain head trauma? So there's the nighttime hope, there's the Sammy freaking shooting.
He's in the hospital a lot, my God. Remember, he was paralyzed. Sammy had to fake loving him.
Oh, that's it. Okay, so...
Then, what was it? There was another time she had to pretend she was married to him. They've
got to do something where his head injuries began way back to explain all his erratic fever. But what is their goal now? Are they going to try to get him and Nicole back together? Because tell me it's not so. I mean, ladies, help me out. I don't have a sister, but if my frigging husband, who I'm still wearing the ring for, showed up at my hotel room, looks right past me and says, I knew you would be here, that's the only reason I'm here, and I wish I'd met you first. I don't really...
Meanwhile,
oh, by the way, they did the nasty. I don't really see how Nicole and EJ could possibly get back together at this point.
She's already groveling to Brady.
Oh yeah, please let them get back together. Please.
You want them over Melanie and Brady?
I want Melanie with Dario knowing that freaking crap pisses me off. 90,000 people being written off the show, and he's one of them, and I started to really like him. And I don't know freaking how you pulled that off, Francisco San Martin, because we were not exactly kissing your butt in the beginning. But, God, you sucked me in. And didn't I say last night, I said, oh, God, I hope they have sex before they leave the show. Am I a pervert? These are like young kids. What do I care if they have sex on the show?
They're in their 20s. They're old enough. That takes you out of that category.
But still, they're cute. They're in love. And he booked that whole concert thing. And now Brady's going to get him working like 9,000 hours a week.
Oh, he's working for Titan now. That'll be great. Melanie used to work for Titan. Remember the Fuels Project?
Yes, I wish they'd bring that back.
I know. She used to run around wearing those short skirts. It was ridiculous.
Not for that, honey. So that, yes, I'm drinking. We had a rough time in Yellowstone. Just, I'm recovering.
Drinking? That is terrible.
We can't both drink at the same time because we need to talk.
Oh.
Alright, so, I really, really wish that they had done more with Melanie and her what do you call that? The photographic memory and all that. Now she's doing well for herself now. She's going to be going to the nurse practitioner school and all that. I'm sure the photographic memory will definitely come in handy for all that.
Yes.
But yes, this is my dream couples right now. Melanie and Dario. Oh,
that's not going to happen.
I'm still into Mate, but it looks like they're not bringing
that's not going to
Mark
happen.
Hoppe back anymore. It looks like in some crazy freaking way they're trying to make Quinn and Chloe fall in love in the end. But oh yeah, she's getting worn off the show, and oh yeah, he made her sleep with other men. So how'd that happen?
Well, getting written off the show, that's the reason. He could have freaking killed somebody that was important to Chloe and they could still be together.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hell, EJ and Sammy have to get over a double rape, kidnapping of children.
Taylor's supposed to forgive him for being involved in her mom's death.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's getting written off.
Alright, so when Jack finally comes back, tell me honestly, people, do you want Jack and Jennifer back together for the 90th millionth time? Or does anybody out there want to see Danifer make it? I want to see Daniel get up in Jack's face and be like, I'm Daniel. Every woman on this show wants me. Talk to the hand.
No matter if they're in their late 50s or just broke 20.
Yeah.
They want
I can bring them all in.
Raise your hand if you want Jack and Jennifer together. Why do my arms suddenly feel like lead?
Oh.
Nobody does.
I don't. I was a really, really big Jack and Jennifer fan. In fact, I think later today I will post their wedding.
He's a dork.
They were really cute back in their day, though. We'll put a good Jack and Jennifer montage up for all you newbies.
Yeah. Daniel doesn't have very much to say good about Jack.
Well, I agree. But when are we going to find out that Jack really didn't go on this walkabout in this fashion?
He did not. This is a Demera thing. They kidnapped him or something.
Or like he's going to have found out he had some kind of cancer and didn't want to put her through that again. He's been off getting treatment or God knows what. Like Daniel will have to be his doctor.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be good.
He'll have to do like a reverse pancreatic.
It'll be unethical to date Jennifer because that's the only thing holding Jack together. And
maybe Frankie will come back and find some, like, didn't he save his life once? He found kind of a trial study on the internet.
This is what I want. I want them to pick some character and bring back everybody they've ever been with and let them have some kind of reality show with that. That would be hilarious.
A reality show within the show.
Yeah. Well, Young and the Restless made Jabot Cosmetics a real company to bring in some revenue. Gotta go out of the box there, Days. Think large. So, what else do we have? Carly, dude, you are in a world of hurt. When are they going to send you off to therapy?
So, Daniel kind of got in her face.
Oh, my God.
Kind of confronted her, and then she lies her ass off.
Has that ever happened to you? I'm trying to think, because I have had some not pleasant love life experiences, but I don't think I've ever had a guy come outright saying to me, who was not interested in me, yeah, I heard your friend said you like me. I mean, how much would you want to freaking die? It's not fun.
No.
And she's like, well, it's not true. Oh, I think it is. I mean, what is he? Got confidence of steel?
But she managed to stay off the drugs, huh? She didn't snort any of those new drugs she got from...
We haven't seen her after he told her that news. She probably went right home and got those out of the drawer.
Yeah.
Damn, if anything would make you want to take drugs, I totally... you shouldn't do drugs. Kids, if you're listening, don't do drugs. But I totally support Carly doing drugs after the man that she had a kid with is making out with her best friend and she has to see it after she thinks they're going on a date. And then he shows up at work where you're trying to get stuff done like saving people's lives. And he tells her, yeah, I heard that you want to be with me. And don't even try that because I want to be with Jennifer.
So why?
Ouch!
Yeah.
They should make specific drugs just for that circumstance.
They do. To design your drugs. Anyway, so the whole new Rafe thing is over. He's dead.
Oh yeah, that shocked me.
EJ and Stefano
People
back
wanted
home
that
safely,
story.
smoking cigars and drinking cognac.
Well, we knew he wasn't going to go to jail, but I kind of wanted to see.
I wanted EJ to go to jail. That would have been awesome.
I even started to visualize, would orange be a good color on James Scott? Oh, I've been wanting to say this for days, because we haven't done a recap in like 32 episodes. But that scene with Sammy and Rafe and Sophia, where Sammy's like speaking the wrong Spanish or whatever, Allison Sweeney is fluent in Spanish. I read some article one time by her, or from, interview, whatever, and that was one of the first things she listed. It was titled, like, 32 Things You Don't Know About Allison Sweeney or whatever. And she is fluent in Spanish.
Yeah. I thought, I don't like to criticize the nitty-gritty of what is unrealistic on days, but putting a woman in a cell with a man... That is just ridiculous. I would have been less surprised if they had put an alien in there with fake rape. I mean,
I won't say what I thought was more surprising. And then
when they kill the dude, they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll be right back," and they leave the dead body on the floor with the people who they think they killed him. I mean, come on. It's just, there's like pushing the envelope, and that's just...
And we try not... I know we do this, but we try not to talk about this kind of things.
No, because it's boring. It's a genre. There's certain rules that you can
You're allowed
break.
to bend, and it's the whole point of the whole thing.
It makes it more fun.
Days and Young and Restless and all those other soaps would not exist if we had to keep to a certain set of rules, like reality or anything like that. But that was going a little too far. I mean, but I think what they were trying to portray is that fake rape was such a stupid horn dog that he would believe a woman was put in there for just his own good luck. And it was, what, those actors are so good, because when Sophia was in there acting like a prostitute and Rafe was new Rafe, I'm sitting there thinking, he can never land her. But then... when they're all in the living room drinking wine and Sammy's all jealous, I'm like, yeah, you should be jealous because that girl's way, hot. And
Sammy was so jealous.
But wouldn't you be? My God, if some freaking chick from the FBI was in our living room talking to you in Spanish.
It's not Rafe's fault that she's hot.
I'm not saying that Rafe did anything wrong, but I wouldn't like that.
Well, then Sammy needs to act professional and... assume that Rafe was good.
Oh, I'm not saying that Sammy had a leg to stand on. I'm just saying. What?
I winked at Rafe. He had to have done her. Sorry, Sammy.
I can't decide if Allison Sweeney is doing too good of a job of making us think that Sammy is really, really bad. Because I think of all the characters, she's the only one that I'm like a psycho fan where I almost dislike Allison Sweeney because of Sammy. Like everybody else I know, that's just a character.
Well, that'll get us put to the back of the line and no interview again.
No, that's a compliment.
Oh.
That she does such a good job of portraying this bad, persona. But anyhow, what else have we missed? We've talked about Taylor.
Oh, what about the whole gay storyline?
Oh my God! Yeah.
History made on July 12th when Sonny came out to Victor and said, "I'm gay." I mean, it was like straight from Ellen DeGeneres. I'm gay.
I didn't see Ellen DeGeneres's. What was the name of this show?
The Ellen Show.
Was it called The Ellen Show?
Yeah, it was.
She wasn't that famous then that it would have been called The Ellen Show. Well, anyhow.
But they did. The Seinfeld. He was really famous before that show. Not, but they still called. That was the whole thing. You name shows after the head actor. Anywho,
what I want to say is, I thought that the beginnings of those scenes were a little too public service.
Oh my God!
My taste.
So they got the bigot. That'll be T. And then they got the public service announcements about the gay and lesbian support centers or whatever.
And they had Victor, where everybody thought was going to be the bigot. But the thing that I think that Days is doing that would annoy me it annoys me already, but it would annoy me more if I were gay or lesbian. But it's like they have to make Sonny perfect. I mean, he has to be a perfect gentleman, perfectly well adjusted, and he's got to be like completely fine with how people react, and just completely perfect, so that the fact that he's gay isn't going to offend anybody. Like, he's just such a wonderful human being and young man that all the old ladies watching Days or whatever are thinking,
aren't
he's
puking
so
in
nice
their mouth,
and wonderful, and he's not actually in the scene with another guy or anything, but like. You don't need. I mean, you can be gay and be normal and not like the best human being on earth. I mean, do you not feel like they're trying to make him a little over the top perfect?
Yeah.
To compensate for whatever fans are going to be.
And they had to do
annoyed?
the cliche of like woman falling in love with the perfect man.
Oh yeah,
Kinsey, and then she finds out, and
she didn't react at all.
No, she tells T, "Hey, it's not contagious."
Yeah, I love that. And okay, so let's talk about Kinsey and her new BFF relationship with Nicole and sort of Chloe too.
Oh yeah, she's crossed over into the sort of entering the B list of actors.
I like Kinsey a lot.
Yeah.
And when Kinsey was talking to Chloe about how she's so hot and she wishes she could wake up tomorrow and look like Chloe, I'm like, who's gonna buy that? Kinsey is like so freaking cute on her own. Nobody's thinking that she's going to bed at night worrying about looking like somebody else.
Yeah.
Craigie.
Shelby, what's her last name?
I don't remember her last name.
She was very nice.
Sweet.
She was very nice, yeah.
But we sound like a broken record because, I mean, they are sweet. They're nice people. I've never met a movie star or anything like that. But
I think her brief appearance in The Social Network kind of helped propel her on her Days career.
Oh, that was cute when
when
they did those spoofs, and hers was.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that since that happened, right?
I think so, about how she made a joke about that movie stunk when she was in it.
Yeah.
But oh my God, we're at 17 minutes.
Holy cow!
We better shut up. Nobody wants to hear us that long, even if you haven't had to hear us for a while. You don't want us to make up all our 10-minute recaps in one night.
All right, nobody will see this anyway because the site freaking crashes.
Our site's having some problems. We're sorry.
All right, the couple that watches Days together.
Stays together.